Welcome, esteemed seekers of sagacity, to Sir Chuckleton's Curious Histories. Today, we confront an invention so deceptively mundane, so utterly uncinematic, you might just dismiss it. I refer, of course, to the printing press. But before you scroll past this intellectual appetizer, let me assure you, this unassuming contraption, a marvel of late medieval ingenuity, did far more than simply stamp out books. It didn't just spread knowledge, it ignited cultural revolutions, sparked religious reforms, and fundamentally reshaped societies. From the quiet clack of movable type, setting in motion tidal waves of literacy and public opinion, to laying the very groundwork for modern scientific inquiry, standardizing information across vast distances. This boring invention didn't just reproduce words, it reprinted the very fabric of human civilization. So, let's ink our quills and unpack its astounding, world-altering legacy.
Gutenberg, more than an inventor, a Renaissance engineer and early capitalist visionary. Before him, books were handcrafted marvels, slowly etched by scribes, a luxury for few. His genius was a symphony of innovations. Imagine individual reusable metal letters, a typeface Lego set. This demanded precision, a durable castable alloy. Then the press itself, an adaptation of a wine press re-engineered for consistent paper pressure. And a new oil-based ink, thick, dark, adhering perfectly, resisting smudges. This wasn't merely faster bookmaking. It transformed information. Knowledge replicated at unprecedented scale drove down costs. Books became accessible. This sowed seeds for widespread literacy and a profound new economic model. It embodied standardized production, paving the way for the Industrial Revolution and today's capitalism. A triumph of engineering indeed, with keen economic foresight.
Good day, curious minds. Sir Chuckleton here, ready to unravel another fascinating thread. Imagine a time when knowledge was a closely guarded secret, held by a select few. Sir Chuckleton pointing to this. Picture the medieval monastery, a bastion of learning, where diligent scribes with patient hands and precious parchment were the sole gatekeepers. Each word, painstakingly copied, made texts rare, expensive, and exclusive. Only the elite, clergy, nobility, could access these wisdoms. It was an intellectual bottleneck. Sir Chuckleton shaking his head, pointing at the excluded commoners. But then, a seismic shift. The humble printing press burst onto the scene. Suddenly, books weren't just for monks and kings. They poured forth, democratizing knowledge like never before. This wasn't just about reading, it was about empowerment, challenging the old order. Sir Chuckleton, smiling, gesturing to the scene of widespread reading. Much like today's open-source software, breaking proprietary monopolies, the printing press shattered the scribe's sacred trust, unleashing a torrent of ideas. A truly revolutionary paradigm shift. Sir Chuckleton triumphantly gesturing to the flood of ideas. A truly revolutionary paradigm shift.
Welcome, History Hounds, to a tale of technology turning theological. Before TikTok, before Twitter, there was a revolutionary platform that rocked the world, the printing press. Imagine the early 16th century. Information was slow, handwritten, exclusive. Then, boom, Gutenberg's marvel democratized knowledge. Our hero, Martin Luther, wasn't just nailing theses, he was churning out pamphlets like a furious blogger. These were the viral memes of their day, short, sharp, persuasive. His address to the Christian nobility, or On the Freedom of a Christian, weren't scholarly tomes, but punchy manifestos. Suddenly, complex arguments were accessible to the common person in their own language. This wasn't just about faith, it was about power, challenging the church's foundations. The printing press transformed scholarly debate into public discourse, igniting the Reformation. From his quiet monastery, his words, amplified by ink and paper, sparked a religious earthquake. It truly was the first media war, folks, and the printing press was its deadliest weapon. A rumble indeed.
Good day, fellow knowledge seekers. Sir Chuckleton here, ready to illuminate another fascinating corner of history. We're exploring a pivotal moment where scientific inquiry truly took flight. Before the printing press, sharing discoveries was like whispering across a vast ocean. Scribes painstakingly copied texts, slow and error-prone. Imagine Galileo meticulously observing Jupiter's moons, their cosmic dance. Without widespread printing, his revolutionary findings challenging geocentric thought would have remained largely unheard. But then, poof! Gutenberg's invention arrived, a true intellectual accelerant. Suddenly, observations and experimental results traveled faster than royal gossip. Books became accessible, fostering debate, allowing scientists to verify claims, and, crucially, building upon previous work. The scientific method, that rigorous dance of observation, hypothesis, experiment, and conclusion, truly flourished. It transformed science from isolated sparks into a collaborative, self-correcting bonfire of knowledge. The printing press didn't just print pages, it printed the future of human understanding.
The age of exploration. Not just daring mariners, but its true fuel? Paper, strategically printed paper. Before Gutenberg, maps were rare, guarded treasures, ancient NFTs for the elite. Then, boom! Printing democratized info, spreading knowledge and misinformation like wildfire. Reproducible maps became blueprints, enticing investors. Cartographers diligently filled blanks. Beyond geography, travelogues, early bestsellers, painted exotic, exaggerated pictures. Original influencer posts romanticizing the unknown, sparking a fever. Gold-paved streets, spices, friendly natives, they declare, omitting truth. Then the darker side, propaganda. Maps weren't just tools, they were political statements. Arbitrary lines carved continents, declaring ownership pre-discovery. These narratives, with persuasive texts, justified conquest, rebranding exploitation as civilizing missions, transforming indigenous lands into terra nullius, a masterclass in manipulation, using print to reshape global power. See the map's powerful silent story.
Goodfellows, ever pondered how a simple machine reshaped human identity? For centuries, Latin was the grand gatekeeper of knowledge, a towering fortress only for the elite. Imagine profound thoughts, laws, science, all in a language few truly understood. Like a menu in Linear B, wouldn't you say? Then, boom, the printing press arrived, a revolution in ink. Books weren't copied, but churned out with unprecedented speed. People demanded to read in their own tongue, not just Latin. This vernacular publishing was transformative. A London baker reading Chaucer, a Florence merchant Dante, all in daily spoken languages. These shared stories, laws, and jokes forged common bonds. People saw themselves as part of a larger linguistic community. From these common words, national identity emerged. Modern nation-states were sown, thanks to paper, ink, and a desire to simply understand. Quite remarkable, isn't it?
Literacy. More than just deciphering squiggles, wasn't it? It was a socio-economic earthquake shaking society's foundations. For centuries, knowledge was a walled garden, tended by a few. Then, boom, the printing press arrived, and those walls crumbled. Individuals, once passive, gained the keys to their own minds. This wasn't merely reading, it was critical thinking, questioning, empowerment. Anyone could access texts, from philosophy to scandalous broadsheets. Economically, it birthed new industries. Think booksellers, proofreaders, journalists, early librarians, a bustling marketplace of ideas. Literacy became a commodity, valued beyond the elite. And the seeds of public education, sown right here. An educated populace became a necessity for progress, for an informed citizenry. From individual enlightenment to the rise of professions and ultimately universal schooling, learning to read reshaped civilization one word at a time. Quite profound, wouldn't you agree?
Good day, chrononauts! Sir Chuckleton here, charting echoes in the digital age. We explore two colossal information revolutions, the printing press and our internet. Before Gutenberg, knowledge was painstakingly copied, a luxury. Thwack! The press democratized access. Books became affordable, sparking literacy, spreading radical ideas, the original information superhighway. But this flood brought challenges, misinformation. Pamphlets, propaganda, fake news isn't new. Authorities scrambled to control narratives just as today. Now, fast forward, the internet, our shimmering digital ocean, isn't so different. It democratized knowledge globally, giving every voice a megaphone. From cat videos to quantum physics, information is a click away, a library in your pocket. Yet, history rhymes. This accessibility fuels filter bubbles and conspiratorial whispers. Both the printing press and internet unleashed unparalleled access and peril. A fascinating, ongoing experiment, wouldn't you agree?
We've admired the printing press's clever mechanics, but its true genius wasn't just multiplying pages, it multiplied minds. This simple machine didn't just print books, it printed possibilities. It democratized knowledge, wrenching it from elite clutches and scattering it across Europe's intellectual landscape. Before Gutenberg, information flowed like a guarded stream. Post-press, it raged, eroding old hierarchies, sparking scientific, religious, and political revolutions. Think, the very idea of individual interpretation, of questioning authority, blossomed from widespread literacy. It's the philosophical ancestor of our internet, a distributed network of thought, making everyone a potential publisher, a critic. From Reformation pamphlets to Enlightenment encyclopedias, the press taught us critical thinking, information synthesis, and building shared understanding. It sculpted our cognitive landscapes, shaping how we learn, debate, and conceive of truth. So next time you scroll or download, remember that humble wooden press. It didn't just change the world, it rewired our brains, forever connecting us in a grand, ongoing conversation. A simple machine, yet profound in its enduring legacy.